This tutorial is about how to crochet a doll like this. I am not going to ensure you that it's going to be exactly like this because officially I'm a freestyle crocheter. But people ask me how I do it, so I am trying to make a tutorial. I do my best. This is my first one. And this is the doll people were talking about. We start with the legs, the body, and then the arms and the head, and later on the sneakers, the socks, and the rest of the clothes, and of course the hair. But that's all over YouTube, how you can put the hair into the head. So let's get started. We start with the knot, of course. There are plenty of videos how to do a knot. I do it my way. Everybody has its own way, so I do this. And we start with a knot. I already made 2 legs, 1 arm. But first we have to begin with the other arm. I always start with 2 chains. And then do 6 single crochet in the middle, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You can count if you got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the first. Insert your hook into the first chain. Make sure you have 2 threads here, not 1. And then slip stitch. Pull it through like this, and then I pull always the tail. And now you have to insert 2 single crochets in every stitch. So this was 6, 6 and 6 is 12. And that's usually it. After 12, you just crocheting rows. And then you gonna count 30 rows for the arms. So you make 2 for the arms and 40 for the legs. And then I'm going to show you how you put those legs together and then make a body on top of it. Now I did the 12 stitches. Now you have a little flatty thing. And if you just insert once, 1 crochet in each stitch, you get around. I don't use a stitch marker because it's just simply one way, and every now and then if you got a piece like this, you're gonna count the rows, and then you have to have 30 for the arms, like I said, and 40 for the legs. Just go and go and go. This is the most simple thing of the doll. So you just go on, make 2 legs, 2 arms, and I see you later. Okay, something went wrong with the video I made, so I made 2 other legs because the other doll is already almost done. And then I found out that it went wrong. So anyway, I do it again. How to attach those 2 legs together. I ended here and I ended there. Push them together. 1 single crochet before you end it. You insert your hook and then insert it into the next stitch and just single crochet through it. And do this for, I think, 4 stitches. Insert your hook, next stitch, twice. Here's the third one. And a single crochet. I think you have to do it. I did it now for 3. Let me see. 3 or 4 times. I'll try 4. Like I say, I'm a freestyle crocheter, so I make my decision right away. And 4. You see? There are single crochets on top of the legs, and now you just crochet around it. You just take the first stitch after you crochet the legs together, and then you just go on. And just go round and round until you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, like 14 or 15 rows, and then you decrease to end up with a little hole like this. And I will show you how to do that. I started already to increase a little bit. See, the hole is getting a little bit smaller. And I do that, just insert your hook this way. Next, grab the yarn and get it in. That's an increase. And then 1 single crochet in, increase. Doesn't matter how many stitches you end up with, as long as it's just a little like your pinky, that hole. Increase. And then 1 single crochet and just go on. And later on you can stuff it. Oh, shut up, cat. Okay. Now, how do I finish the arms? I don't decrease. I just go back and forth, weave in the tail with a needle. I usually make it flat and then sew it onto the body like this, and then it will be something like this. But I want to create a little shoulder, so I went through all the stitches, and now I go a little bit back and forth to secure it. And again, I think it will do. This will do. And then I try to sew it like this, because if you make clothing, you have to, yeah, have to be aware of the shoulder. I go back, I go up into the hole and go back like this. Doesn't matter where you stick it, just and back. Just don't pull too hard, because you get the little dimples. My needle doesn't have a very sharp point, so that's why it's a little bit difficult to sew it. Okay. Is this enough? I don't know. Just a few more. Just be sure that you secure it. Okay. Sometimes you get a dimple, but you can always pull it a little bit back with your needle, or else it's a little bit ugly. You see? There's a little bit something like a shoulder instead of sewing it flat. It's kind of like a shoulder, so do that. Make the other arm and sew it on, and then we go further with the head. The tail I just put in. And then go into a stitch, and then go back into a stitch, and go out through a stitch, and go back in through a stitch. So the yarn will wrap around the polyester stuffing. Back in the same stitch, and just put it in any stitch you like. And then that stitch, I think that's enough. That will secure it. Cut it off, and there is your arm. Now we're going to begin with the head. I started off with the magic circle and then single crochet 6 times in it. The second row will be double in every stitch, so you end up with 12. And you have to use a stitch marker for it, because you're gonna lose count while crocheting. Now I did 12. I always use a hairpin for stitch marker, because I think that's works for me. Maybe you just want an ordinary stitch marker, that's fine, it's okay. Some use thread to use as a stitch marker. Now we're gonna build it up. So you did 12 here, and now increase every other. So increase, that means double single crochet in the first, 1 single crochet in the second, 2 single crochet in the second, 1 single crochet in the next, double, and 1, and double, and 1, and double, and 1, and 1, until you get here. And then move the stitch marker to the back of your hook to the last stitch, and then begin with double, one crochet, single crochet, one single crochet, double, one single crochet, one single crochet, double. After that, double, one single crochet, one single crochet, one single crochet, double. So 3 in between, then 4 in between, and then 5 in between. And then I see you later. Now you have 7 rows. You started with 6 stitches, and then 12, 18, 24, and so forth. And the last row was every 6th increase. And now you're gonna single crochet every stitch till row 14. Now you end up with this. This is the top of the head. And now you have 17 rows, and now you're going to increase every 5th. So I just increased here. So 1 stitch marker, 2, 3, 4, increase in the same stitch, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then increase, and just do that all the way. And now I did every 5th increase, so that was row 15, and now row 16 and 17 are all just single crochets. So 2 rows now just single crochet. Now you have 17 rows, and now you decrease 1 row, and then every 4th and 5th you decrease. So decrease 1, 2, 3, decrease 1, 2, 3, decrease, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, decrease, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And after the decrease, you just do 2 rows of single crochet, and then you should end up, let me check it, with row 20. You should have 20 then. So this is 18, and then 2 rows of just single crochet. Now we have 20 rows, and it's beginning to shape a little bit like a face. In the 21st row we're going to increase, and then 3 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and then increase, and then 1, 2, 3 increase, and 1, 2, 3 increase, and then the next row after that will be all single crochet. Now you have 22 rows. We're almost there, And now you increase every fourth for 3 rows. So row 23, 24 and 25 are the same. Increase 3 times single crochet, 2, 3, and increase, and just do this for 3 rows, and you end up with a hole, and then you stuff your head. Okay, now I'm at the end and I stuffed it, so it's something like this, but the hole is way too big to fit on the body. So I'm going to increase every other stitch. So that means increase 1 single crochet, increase 1 single crochet, increase 1 single crochet, just till you get that small hole. This is a little bit hard to increase because I stuffed it already. But we will get there. 1 single crochet, and now an increase. I mean decrease. I always say increase. I mean decrease. Decrease. And 1 single crochet. And you do that too. Okay. And I decreased a little bit more to get a small hole like this. So just do that, because otherwise the hole is too big to fit on the body. The last one is always a slip stitch. Just go through, pull the yarn, and then pull through the last stitch, and then you cut it off big with a big tail to sew it on the body. I just go back and forth in the stitch just a few times, because it's a small part. You can go back and forth through the whole neck. If it's bigger like this, a bigger hole like this with big animals, you just really sew every stitch attached to each other. But in this case, just go back and forth just until the head is stuck on the body. Okay, the head is on the body. I left the tail to sew on the nose. I go with the needle somewhere. If this is the middle, then you go a little bit lower, because the nose is not exactly in the middle of the head, but a little bit lower. I think I put it here. It's just a feeling. It's not counting rows and stuff like that. It's just a feeling of mine. The needle is a little bit short, so if you have a longer needle, then that would be great. Okay, let me see, middle. Okay, and the nose is nothing more than just a few stitches back and forth. 1, 2, 3, and 4, I guess. Ow. Okay. 4. No, I do. Sometimes I can get the needle because it gets stuck, so I have this to work with me. 5, okay, 6 stitches I think. It's going to be more rough to get it through. Yeah, I think this is. And how do you tuck your thread in, and you just put it in a single crochet between, just in the hole. You find another hole like there, pull it through, and you cut it off. That's it. That's a little nose. And now I'm going to show you how to do the ears. The ears will be, you just draw a line to the side of the head. That will be the top of the ears, and 2 stitches down. So the top and the bottom of the ears will be right in the same line as the nose. I'm going to show you later. Now we're going to try to make these little cute ears. Most of the time you see on dolls just a half a round, but a human ear is like 2 parts, so that's what I'm going to show you how I did it. I just start with the chain 2, and then in the first loop you do 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Pull the loop, then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then go back into the center and make a slip stitch, and that's your ear. You see? That's a little tiny ear. And that's how you do it. So make 2 of them and sew them on the side of the head. Just chain 1 to secure it, and then cut it out. Okay, I already sew the left ear on, and I'll show you how you can sew it on. It's gonna be a little bit difficult for me because normally I sew close to my body, but now I have to stay at this point. After a few stitches I went from back to forth in the middle of the ear to create this shape, because humans have a shape like that. So this is the tail of the ear, and it's gonna be like here. This is just guessing. I'm not counting rows to try to find the exact point. So this is gonna be cut off later. You see, the ear is a different shape than that. You shape it with your needle. You shape it by the way you're gonna sew it on. So it's a little bit on its place now because of this. Maybe a little bit up. And I sew from the back, so flip it a little bit over. Just take one thread of the head and one thread of the ear and pull it. And again, a little bit lower. I think this one will do. And this is the third. And here. Now I can't get my needle, so I use my pulley tool. Okay. Okay, let's see how it's... Okay, it's a flappy ear and a normal ear now. Now I'm going to make that ear shape, and I think that is going to be like here. So make sure you put your needle in here. Go back to the back. Make sure you should secure it, because the thread goes anywhere if you lose. If you don't have your thumb here. Is it right? Yeah. And now pull. You see? Now that's an ear. I think this one sticks more out than that one. Then you just a few sewing stitches more and the ear looks more different. As long as you stay close to the ear with your in and out, then it would be neat. If you end up here with your needle, that won't be neat. Okay, I think this is cute. Okay, how to sew the eyes on. Well, of course you need the colors. Sorry for the yelling on the background. There's a school at the end of my yard. And it's beautiful weather, so why not? The colors you use is white, black, and of course the color you want. The eyes. The iris of the eyes. I have blue right here, so she will have blue eyes. The thread you use is how do you say that? Embroidering thread from the craft store, but I use it double, or else it's too thin. And again, just a feeling where the eyes are going to be. I think here and here. And I begin with black, so I begin with the iris. I made a knot at the end, so that's going to, I have to hide the knot, so I'm going to stick the needle in here and going up here. And then you pull a little bit, not too hard, or you end up with the thread in your hand and not in the doll. Okay. Here, it is here now, and you pull a little bit and now it's gone. Don't pull too hard. And every now and then just take your nail from here, because the thread is going to turn all the time that you make a new stitch. Is going to turn and turn, and that's gonna make the whole thing messing up. It's gonna make knots, and you don't want to have that. I don't know, I never sew really, so I just try to make a round. So just pick up a little bit, use a small needle, pick up a little bit of the thread, and just go back and forth and back and forth. It's just like coloring with marble, I guess, but then with different moves. And then just try to make it very neat, because the Kayleigh doll has a little bit popped eyes because I went back and forth a little bit too many times. But anyway, she ended up great. You don't really see it, but from the side, I'll show you, you can see it. Because I never done it. You see? Kayleigh has a little bit strange eyes, but at the front it looks good. So I try to do it as neat as possible. Okay, two little. Now it's a little bit Chinese squeezed eye, I guess. It's gonna be a little bit higher anyway, because you see it's gonna be difficult now already. But there are tools. You see, it's gonna not like this, messing up, so you just pull very gently. Don't sew your finger on it. Ah. Sometimes you have to pull one thread because it's gonna stand up. This is really patient work because it's not done in 10 minutes. But I think you can do this. Just go back and forth, and if you see something nude color from the head between, just pull the thread here and go over it, and you can push the yarn before you pull it right in it, like this. If you want the yarn a little bit to go that way, then just stir it like a little bit. You see, I have a little bit nude color here, so you can do this, and now it's gone, and you just push it a little bit. And don't try to use a hole ending up all the time. That's when you get a big eye, also popped eye. If you constantly use the same outway exit. This is I don't know how this is going to end up, but oh God. That's what I mean. I'm not good at this. I'm a crocheter, not a sewer. But anyway, it's good. And now a little bit lower, and if I think it's too oval, then you just do a little bit stitches on the side. Just sew until it's round. I already began with the eye. I'm going to show you a little how I do it. You can use tools to pull the needle through the face. And now we have a little line down here, and now we're going back. So you're sewing back and forth, I guess. Oh, around here. And you just do that back and forth, and you get this. As you can see, I've done one eye, and you do just the white around it, and then stick the needle into the iris and one in the pupil, and a little bit next to it you go in, and after you've done that, push the needle in and then go out there. Now the white around the eyes, just stick the needle next to the iris and then go up a little there, and you have to, if you just pull the yarn, there's many risk to create a knot, and that's not what you want. So do it slow and just push your finger into the loop and then slowly. This costs the most time, I guess, and every now and then you have to unwind it because it's turned. So you unwind it again, but that's only, I think, because you have two strings. My fingers already hurt because of this sewing. It costs a little strength, but anyway, it's a good result. So again, slowly, otherwise you create a knot. You see, there's already a knot. And you push it back, pull it back more. You see, and then where I ended here, you push the needle in. Can't get in, so I really don't know how other people do this, but I just created this for myself. There are people who have more technique, I guess, to do this, but I do it like this, and I make up everything myself. Not everything, of course, but most. Just figure it out myself. That's what I like, to create my own style. See, I just pulled it, so this is gonna be a knot. That's not what we want. and pull one or the other thread. I don't know. Yeah, it was this one. And make it even again. And that's a little bit what you do. And after this, we are going to create eyelashes up and under, and little eyebrows, and then a little mouth. I think I sew on a little cheeky mouth like the doll you saw in the beginning of this tutorial, like a little stripe in here. I think that's cute. Okay, I see you when I got finished. As you can see, I already sew the eyelashes on and the eyebrows. So the eyes are finished. I also sewed a little mouth. It's just a stripe, so it's easy. Looks a little cheeky. And people are always asking, how did you do the cheeks, the blushes? I found some old blush of me and I use a brush. Very easy to put some red cheeks on. It's easy. Maybe a little bit here. No. So that's it. The face is done. And now I'm gonna look for a color hair. It's gonna be long hair again because I think that's cute for a doll. So I'm gonna show you how to do the hair. To do the hair, I found this color. It's blondish. You begin to, I want it long like this book. So what you do is just wrap around it like 100 times or so. And then you cut it here. And then you have like double strings. I'll show you. So I wrapped around it a couple of times and then sharp scissors, you cut it here. Make sure you don't cut the book because that will be a waste. Ta-da! Cut the yarn, something like here. And now you have a couple of strings to do the hair with. And what I do, you need to have your crochet needle. It's the same one as I did the doll with, and I kind of looked at myself to see where the hairline is. I just really took a peek in the mirror, and just like my other doll, is right behind the ears and then here. So I begin at the back and then I move forward. So you just push your needle in one hole and then go up in the other. You take a piece of yarn and then around the needle and you pull it. You see, it's through the hole, and then you go around and then pull. It's not that tight, so you pull it to make it more tight. If you do every hole, it's gonna be a very big hair. So I think I do it every other hole. So I'm gonna skip this one and go in here. Yarn, pull through, around it, pull through, and pull. Skip this one, go in this. Yarn around the hook. I kind of pull it up because else you're gonna flip off. Pull around it and then pull. You see? So it's gonna be like halfway her knees, and then you go up. Just feel at the back of your head where it's going, your hairline, and I'm going up here to do this first, and then this line, and then this line, this line, and this line, and that. So just do that, and I see you at the end of the results. I'm done, as you can see. I put the hair in and did her hair nicely in a small half tail, ponytail, and I think she's kind of cute. But of course she's naked, and I will show you how I do the clothes in the next tutorial. But for now, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you can make something like this. Also, if you have any questions, please do, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.